Yo, 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 what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Nate the Great coming at you with another live. You already know if you're new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. And to all the returning friends and family, you already know it's peace and blessings. Give y'all a little bit of time to tune in. Didn't set a reminder, thought I did, but apparently I didn't. First things first, hope everybody had a blessed and productive Tuesday. And hopefully everybody enjoyed their Valentine's Day with their loved ones. Hope everybody is sound, safe, and secure. Appreciate those who tuned in a little bit earlier. Feel that was a definitely good conversation that needed to be had and can still be had on a different multitude of levels. Yo, James, what's going on, my guy? Convos like that can be had on a regular or any other day of the week because, again, it's supposed to be going towards building as a nation. And sometimes you're going to have to break barriers and gaps. And some barriers could be broken. Like I said, you just got to be able to be in tune with each other as far as language. You know, some older people are not going to understand what you're saying because the lingo changes up. See, it's not really that much to really say. You know, I'm good, bro. Shoot, happy when this afternoon shift is over and I get up out of here. Got like another hour or so. But the reason why I say you got to break the barriers as far as language is concerned, because again, you got some elders that don't know what the hell you talking about. And remember, the language does change every so often. Every day there's a new word being brought up into existence, you know? And whatever's not being brought into existence, it's just words that are being, repeated on a daily. It's just different phrases, it's different ways of catching it. Hey, Blue, what's going on, sis? Happy Valentine's Day to you. Like I said, it's just all about how you break it down because I watched a situation that looked like it could have got critical one time amongst some youth and some elders, but cooler heads prevailed because one of the younger ones was basically explaining to one of the elders what the younger one was talking about. So once they all stopped, they looked and said, "Oh shoot, this is what they calling it now? Yeah, this is what they calling it now." See, like that moment could have got crazy because the elders was taking something that they said as disrespect when it wasn't even disrespect. It's just new lingo that's running around right now. Nah, Blue is serious. I watched the situation that literally it could have went to guns and knives, son, because it was really that crazy. And because of that, just because of cooler heads prevailing, shoot, it was some bonding as far as after everything was said and done. You know, the youngins was basically schooling them as far as the new lingo and the language that's going on, and the old folks was schooling them on some shit that they ain't even know about, as far as music and certain other things that that people can relate to. Miss QT, happy Valentine's Day, sis. Craig, what's going on? What's going on, y'all? I know you wasn't laughing at the subject. I know you was laughing at me. I probably said something. I know. I said something. But it is the truth, though. Sometimes the only thing you gotta do is let cooler heads prevail. You know, there's no need to be going back and forth or feeling like you've been disrespected when a lot of times it's not even disrespect, it's just miscommunication, you know? And then there's also the way you address it too. Because some people can be aggressive when it's like, what you said? So that right there start a fucking little spark right there. Sometimes it's just simple. Sometimes just be like, pardon me, I ain't hear you. What you said? It's the way you say it too. Because if it sound mad aggressive, now expect some sort of confrontation at the end of the day. You know, it's not really that serious. So a few things I was going to touch up on. Nah, I know, Blue. It's all good. Nah, I'm in a good mood. I'm always in a good mood. When I'm not in a good mood, we know what time it is. But other than that, I'm good. I did want to, just still touch up on that. I do at some point plan on having an open panel like that. Get a couple elders, a couple of the youth, and just sit down and talk. A lot of things could be broken down in different ways, you know. And I feel it could be done because in order to build as a community, the elders have to be in tune with the youth have to be in tune with the kids, you know. And everybody need to be in tune because guess what? When there's new birth and new babies coming into the world, you got to be on guard for them too. So, like I said, it could be done. It's just the pride got to be put to the side. Put all of that pride and that hate and that envy aside because at the end of the day, we're supposed to be building together as a nation. You know, Wilma, what's going on, sis? Oh, hey, what's going on, my guy? But it could be done. I think one of these days I am going to set an open panel and, like I said, get everybody's views and opinions. You know, and we know when it comes to certain topics, certain things can sound like it's going left, but you know me, I'm steering the ship regardless to what's going on. So, um, I found something interesting earlier, and I found it real funny. I found it funny only because I could imagine if the shoe was on the other foot, it probably would have been the same thing happening. Caught a clip earlier of some woman grabbing Busta Rhymes' ass, I guess, at an airport, and that nigga turned around and threw a drink on her ass. Now, even though some people took it as, well, damn, you ain't had to do that. She ain't have to go grab his ass neither, regardless if he's a celebrity or not. You don't just run up on random people and just start grabbing and doing shit. And I don't know why some people have been taking the extent to just do stupid shit, especially when they see quote unquote celebrities. They just normal everyday people like you. And you don't know who they are. You don't know who they could be around. Like I said, this community has definitely lost their minds. When it's certain things that you know for a fact you shouldn't be doing, you're doing it. But then in the same token, want to cry victim when it's all said and done. Now, what if that man decided he wanted to fucking sue your ass for harassment? You ain't had no right grabbing him. And guess what? If the shoe would have been on the other foot and he grabbed your ass, 9 out of 10, it would have been a me too. Oh, he touched me. He did this. He did that. He was disrespectful. Yeah, some of y'all are doing things that you know for a fact if it was on the other foot, y'all have been looking down and frowning at niggas. Can't keep doing shit like that. Can't keep doing shit like that. Fuck papers now. If he was on some goon shit, he could have turned around and punched her in the face, and then what? Now everybody, oh, but he ain't had to do that. She ain't have to go grab his ass neither. Because you don't got men just always running up and grabbing somebody's ass, whether we know them or not. We ain't just doing no dumb shit like that. We still have a respect level. And some people are just doing shit I'm noticing for the clicks and the views and just to get that 15 minutes of fame. Hence why I said this is one reason why it's going to be hard to agree to build, because when you see shit like this, it's like, oh, well, this is what's going on now. And then some people actually get the idea and say, you know what, this person damn near got away with it. I'm going to try to do this shit. I'm going to try to do it a little bit better. No. How about you just not entice the situation? Period. Come on. You got to have a respect level for yourself. Because guess what? That man is still married at the end of the day. Now, what if his wife would have been? Would you have done that if his wife was with him? 9 out of 10, the wife probably would have beat you the fuck up. Y'all got to think before you do shit. Some of these quote unquote celebrities are fucking married regardless to what. And you are violating sanctity and space when you do shit like that. I don't care if it was just trying to be cute. I don't care if it was just trying to say, oh, I did this. Some shit don't always work out for people. Same thing with the pranks. Now I'm gonna need some of y'all people that like to do these quote unquote, video pranks and shit like that. Make sure you amongst people that are actually with the pranks. Don't just prank random people. Because that prank gonna fuck around to get you beat up or killed. I've seen this shit happen out here a couple times already. People trying to do shit for YouTube. And you fuck around and you pranking the wrong person. Nobody's playing with you. Some people are not on playtime. And if they ain't a part of the joke, they definitely ain't on playtime. They gonna take it as a disrespect. And I see some of y'all, oh, chill, it's the camera. Look, the camera right there. Nobody is aware of certain shit. You can't just be pranking random people. Hey, Letitia, what's going on, sis? Realist, what's going on, my guy? Come on, y'all, you got to start using y'all better judgments. That's just like even if I was doing some prank shit for comedy. Okay, I'm gonna make sure I got the right people around me that know how to take pranks and know how to take jokes. And I'm only going around the people that I know for a fact. I know, period. I'm not putting no random people in no pranks. Not gonna just do that shit because that shit don't always look right and it don't always end well for people. I don't watch the nigga really get his head knocked off for trying to do a prank that he thought was funny to a random person. Shit ain't funny. Yo, but chill, it's the camera, It's not funny. Not everybody's gonna be on playtime. It's another thing that's a problem right now in the damn community. Then you got the youth and some of the older folks down with the dumb shit too. It's like, come on, you gotta set a better example. I don't see how the fuck y'all think that that's cool in any way, shape, or form to be running down on random people playing jokes all day. I don't care if you are trying to make a buzz for yourself. Not saying you can't do what you need to do, but again, make sure that you're doing that with people who know what it is, or at least give people a fair warning before you even just start recording. That's what got Sunhead almost tucking off. Nigga ain't let nobody know that he was recording. And I ain't even noticed that the phone was sitting there recording. If he wouldn't have pointed in that direction, nobody would not even notice that it was a camera sitting there or a phone sitting there that whole time recording shit. And even still, that's weird. I see some people as of lately just been doing the illest shit. And it's like, well, damn, how obsessed could you be with one person? Appreciate you for dropping those links, James. Loose, what's going on? See y'all in here. Come on, you got to start having more dignity about yourself. Is 15 minutes of fame worth your life or probably worth your freedom? You got to ask yourself that shit. Is a 15-minute prank worth you getting into a fucking big ass fight or possibly getting yourself killed? No. Again, you got to have decency and dignity in yourself to know, all right, look, I know I want to do this. I gotta have respect for the people though, because some people might not even take kind to the jokes or the pranks. So let some of these people know this is what's going on when they see us here. You know, because again, some people don't be in on the prank, and if they unaware of what's going on, now they gonna feel a type of way. You just gotta think before you do things. Seen another video earlier that I don't know. It kind of made me want to say something, but I'm just like, I seen, I just happened to just come across some things scrolling, just looked and said, "Damn, this really happened." Oh, so it was an entourage of people that decided to quote unquote run Gunna up out of the mall. I guess this dude went to go do some shopping. And it was an entourage of people calling him snitch and just going in on him. Now, see, this is my thing with some of these people, right? You going in again amongst your own melanated brother. Where was that same energy at with other people who've done wrong and done the same damn thing? You don't have it. Think it's sad. Regardless of what's going on in that situation, that's that situation. But still, it goes to show you when it comes to situations on that level, oh, it's like y'all pick and choose who y'all going to try to make a statement against. That ain't right. I feel if everybody is on paper as far as telling, then everybody deserves the same treatment. I don't care what creed you are. But it goes to show that there's a real big disconnect. Because again, we are quick to try to persecute and down our own people. And we don't have that same energy for everybody who's doing the same shit. Ooh, Platty, what's going on, sis? We was looking for you, baby. Hey, Tanya, blessings. Happy Valentine's Day to all the queens in the chat. You know, I ain't really big on this day and never really been big on this day anyway. Because again, Valentine's Day is every day if you with somebody you truly love. And one day shouldn't account for this is how much I spent on you to show you how much I love you. If you are spending and doing whatever throughout the year, you're already showing the love. So it is what it is. You know. Hopefully everybody did enjoy themselves. Whether they did something spectacular or not, you know. But all in all, we just got to stop this notion of just picking and choosing and having selective outrage on who we going to rage against. No, if you want to rage, you need to rage against everybody that's on that same accord. It seems like certain things y'all quick to up in arms for, but when it's really time to up in arms, y'all don't up in arms. Y'all just stay quiet. Word, boy, big facts. You know what it is with me, and I feel like this, bro. This day mostly is just it's just for the I felt it was always that way. That's mostly for people who are single and just looking for love for that day. I didn't consider that like a real traditional we gotta do this. No, no, no. I already spend enough on you as it is. You think I'm gonna have this day to spend more? I'm good. If I'm showing you every day how much I love and care for you, that should be a Valentine's Day right there. Whether you giving a gift every day or not. Yo, the word, what's going on? It's all right, Platty. We just glad you came back to the light. We were missing you. We was worried about you. Definitely was. Now I just feel all in all, some things are gonna have to change. And again, some selective outrages need to stop coming into existence. Facts. And you know what's funny though? Even if you maintaining as far as you keeping your bills in order and you doing everything, right? You're showing love and gratitude. Like I said, you don't gotta get a gift every day. the gift every day is the fact that you're with your loved one. That's the most priceless gift you could give somebody. And it doesn't take one day to show that person you love that you really love them. If you're doing certain things on a regular, you're already showing and proving. And again, they got y'all wired and trained to think that this day is supposed to be the most important day when it's just another day. It's just another day. That's what you got to look at. It's just another damn day. Yo, Cherokee, what's going on, my guy? That part too, woman. The memories are important. So again, you know, they got y'all trained to sit and think that this day is the most important day when it's really not. In my opinion, the most important days anyway to really be celebrated really is the real birthday of Christ. And it's really about it. And maybe Passover. That's it. Everything else is like, come on now. But again, I still feel I'm going back to that topic with I feel like this. And Craig, guess what? You kind of hit something on the nail. Because now, again, imagine if he would have just said, you know what? I need to get your name and everything else, know your information, and decide to serve you papers. Yeah, because you harassed that man. And technically, that's a sexual harassment because you just went and grabbed his ass randomly. You don't do shit like that because if it was the other way around, you'd have been trying to say he touched you, he raped you, he did this, he did that. No, gotta have a respect level. You know, some people ain't just gonna take that shit. Some people, you did something stupid, they gonna bust you upside your head. And she lucky you didn't get that crucial. And again, some people are married. So I don't give a damn how much of a obsession you got with somebody. You gotta respect the fact that they married or they with somebody. Because some of them ain't gonna take that shit. Some of them would dare bust you in your head. Like, what's wrong with you? I know that. And again, you know, like I said, I feel like you did that to try to be cute and look what happened. But then you're gonna have some people, oh, he could have handled that differently. No. How you wanted him to handle it? Because then if he'd have slapped her or did something to her, now y'all definitely would have been on his back. If he'd have spit on her or did something else, y'all just, he's foul, he's this, that, and third. No. See, some of them people too are getting tired of regular people just running down on them. Whether it's for a picture, whether it's just for a glory moment. No. Some people just want to be left alone. Let people do what they do. Yeah, nah, bro. I caught a fucking short video. Some girl grabbed Busta Rhymes' ass at the airport and that nigga threw water or something on her. But even still, you know, it could have got worse. Because you don't know the mind state of some of these people, whether they got their security with them or not. You don't know the mind state of some of these people. You don't know what could be going through their mind, and you just trying to do something random just to try to be funny or just to try to say you did that. That ain't cool. And that's the sad part about it. Again, if that would have been a man doing that to her, it would have been a whole bunch of situations right then and there. And when that got far, they probably would not even got far out that area because it would have been something off the rip. But you sat here, look, tables have turned sometimes. The same way some of y'all claim y'all don't like being looked at and don't want to be touched on. It's the same way with other people. Some people just don't want to be touched. Don't touch them. Word, bro. Appreciate you for dropping those links, James. If y'all just tuned in, y'all already know, hit the like button. And if y'all new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. You know, I had to come chime in with y'all for the evening. Your boy's still at work. We're about to be up out of here soon. So I said, let me just chop it up and do this real quick. You know. But this is how some of that Me Too shit is starting now. Shit like that happening, and then people not being addressed or being checked. No, no, no. You do something along those lines, you getting checked right then and there, and you getting a whole service. Because come on now, have some decency for yourself. Again, that person is married. What if they would have been with their significant other when you did that? It could have got far worse. Platty, I ain't messing with you. No, 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 bro. Busta Rhymes, I've never really seen him sagging, doing that sagging pants shit like some of these other niggas. I could give Busta that much. For an elder in the rap community, he don't do that sagging pants shit. I never seen him really do it. Again, he had a full suit on. If you find the video, you'll see he had a full suit on. He wasn't sagging or nothing. She just went and grabbed his ass. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Yeah, he had the right to do so because come on. Now I said it could have got worse. Now what if he'd have been with his lady? You know, you gotta. Some of y'all just want to do shit because you think that's a glory moment. Or, yeah, I'm about to get some internet fame off this. That ain't always cool because some people are regular people at the end of the day. Most of these celebrities are just regular people. They just got money. That's it. They just got money and the status. That's it. But some people still be on go when it comes to like you violate my privacy, nigga. I'm gonna fuck you up. Even when it come down to these quote unquote paparazzi people and trying to run down, some of these celebrities are getting tired of y'all niggas too. Like back up. If you done got you some decent pictures for whoever the fuck you taking pictures for, all right, that's it. What else you want from me? Let me fucking go on about my life. I'm just saying, start thinking before you do shit. Same thing with the young ones that was running down on Gunner. Now, guess what? If them niggas decided that was with him, decide they was going to put hands and feet on y'all, then what? You can't just keep running down on certain people regardless to what the situation is and thinking that shit can't happen to you. And again, stop having selective outrage. Where was that situation at when 6ix9ine snitched on the whole squad? Where was that fucking when everybody snitched on somebody? Where was that same energy at? Y'all didn't have it, you know? Everybody grabbed me, Cherokee. I'm talking about, but it was a situation with Busta Rhymes. Anybody grabbed my ass shit. That was the case I'd have been suing too. Like, he touched me. I want my money. Nah, and that's the truth though. Nah, realize what you just said was the truth. That's one part of it. And I can say it goes down both directions, man. But lately, some of y'all women have been doing shit that we know for a fact if it was us doing it, y'all would be frowning upon it and have so much to say about it. Again, respect and honor, respect and loyalty and dignity goes a long way on both ends. It's a difference if somebody give you the permission to say, all right, do what you gonna do. But if you just doing that shit randomly, no, somebody gonna fucking take that offense. And again, don't matter who you running down on. If you don't fully know their personal business, you don't know if these people are married or not. And most of these people are married one way or another. So what the fuck? You think somebody gonna tolerate that shit? You smoking rocks. Don't be crying over there, time because I'm dead ass. I want my money. Hey, yeah, just have some decency, man. A man can't just run up and randomly grab your breast or grab your ass. But it's all right for you to try to grab a ass full. Come on, man. Stop it. Stop it. You gotta stop that shit. Because not everything is equal opportunity. That's where y'all get it fucked up at. Everything is not equal opportunity. Just like I said, if I can't grab your ass, how you grabbing mine, or how you even grabbing towards my private area? Like, come on. Have some respect. Yo, realize that's the fact. That's if that had been any man doing that, it'd have been lights out for it. Oh, you violated. Okay, so how you think this person just felt? You got up in his comfort space, number one, even though he was amongst some people, and then you just randomly grabbed his ass. So what the hell did you expect to happen? He should have rock bottomed your ass because guess what? You didn't even have to be up on him like that. You better start loving yourselves and respecting yourselves a little bit more. I'm telling you, that shit does go a long way. Sorry, you stop laughing. I'm dead ass. This shit, I'm dead ass. Like, oh, she grabbed my special areas. Okay, let me serve these papers up. Bob, get those papers ready. I think I'm about to get some money right now. You gotta be thinking about that shit. Regardless if these people are celebrities or not, they still human beings at the end of the day, and they still have rights. So you can't violate their rights and thinking that yours ain't gonna get violated. Oh, you want to do this? I'm gonna do this. See you in court. Platty, I ain't messing with you. Nah, but I'm just saying because that shit threw me off earlier. I said, "What? That happened?" And it could have got worse. Like I said, just gotta be respectful. That's it. Nah, because guess what? If I'm randomly walking, that's just like if I'm coming to visit a city. I wouldn't care if I was a celebrity. If I'm coming through a city and I'm just randomly visiting and I'm trying to just see what's what, I don't expect nobody to just be running down on me or even just trying to be up on me like that. Like, come on, back up. I already got enough people around me. Back up. You know, some people just got to stop doing stupid shit like that too, running up on random people, whether they celebrities or not, because you're going to run down in the wrong situation to get yourself hurt. I don't know. It's crazy, man. Yo, Jersey Rich, what's going on? That's why I said I found that real funny. I said some of y'all women are doing the things that if men was doing it, y'all would have a problem with it. You know, there's one thing to be a fan, there's one thing to just quote unquote, even though you ain't really supposed to be idolizing nobody. But you know, it's good even if you this is I really admire this person. Okay, there's ways to go about it. Or if this person that inspired you to do something that probably nobody else could, okay, there's a way to still go about that. But you ain't just gonna randomly run up and try to get a cute moment. I'm gonna grab his ass and say I grabbed Buster Rhymes' ass. And look what happened. You got water thrown on you. Hmm. Gotta be respectful because guess what? The same way you want to uphold us to the highest level, we uphold y'all to the highest level. Don't ever get that shit twisted either. Don't think that every simp male or beta male is just no. Them niggas is gonna allow that shit, but real fucking strong men are not allowing certain shit. The same way you hold us to a degree, we hold y'all to a degree. I don't know. It's just very shocking what's going on. Every other day you see something, you be like, well, damn. Has the world really fell off like that? And then I can answer that question. Yes, the fuck it has. Every little thing you think about, you be like, are you serious? And there's levels to respect too. So you can't say I honor and respect somebody and then the same token, you disrespect them a certain way. That's just not the way it goes. And again, that could have got far worse. Just like with them boys running down on Gunner, that could have been a fault. That could have been a bad situation because depending on who he was around, if they would have just decided to either let them guns out or even if they didn't have guns, let's just say if they decide they was about to get down with it, half of y'all probably would have ran because y'all looked like y'all was kind of scared to even do it. See, the problem with some of y'all is that y'all can't do nothing one on one. You need a group of people. And I always found that was the weakest thing ever. If you got a confrontation or you just got an issue with somebody, then you have that issue with them. It don't take 10 to 20 people to be a part of that issue. Because now if shit go left and go wrong, now what? Now we got a crime scene here. Think before you do. The best thing you can do is think before you do things. I don't know. The shit is weird now. And some of you fellas, yeah, you have a right to defend yourself, even against women, as far as if you felt they violated you, you do what you feel is best as long as you ain't putting their ass in the hospital. That part I could say that. Because we know physically we dominate. So we ain't never supposed to get that crucial. But guess what? Just always gotta be aware of your surroundings. I didn't hear nothing, Craig. I didn't hear nothing. I ain't say nothing. I'm still paying attention to the chat. Don't get it twisted. Especially after we just got rid of an unnecessary evil. Definitely watching this chat now. So yeah, yeah. No, but just think about it. That would have been a different situation. Let's just call it like it is. That would have been like a random one of us dudes running down on somebody. Damn, who can we say celebrity wise? All right. Everybody at one point, or at least most of the fellas I know, had a thing for shit. What's her name? I'm about to call her ass. My fault. I was about to call her ass Aunt Wanda from the Bernie Mac show. At one point, everybody had a thing for her because she's still bad. Don't get it twisted. You know, she's just older now. She's more refined, but even still, everybody at one point. But that'd be like somebody running up on her randomly and just grabbing her tit or grabbing her ass. You think it wouldn't have been no lawsuit coming right along? This motherfucker violated? Hold up. Come on. That'd been like somebody trying to randomly run down on Patti LaBelle in her prime or some shit like that. It'd have been hell to pay. And they would have been, oh, you a man and you this, that, and third. But y'all chicks lately just been doing the utmost to men, and it's supposed to just be accepted. And I'm not saying all women, some of y'all. The rest of y'all actually got decency and respect the way it's supposed to be. This nigga realist. Nah, but I'm saying that would have been like somebody randomly running down on her. Even as of now, that'd have been like a man running down on her and touching her the wrong way. You want to have hell to pay. And just like I said, even though, yeah, he just tossed water on her, it could have got worse. You could have got water tossed to her and paper served to her. Like, here, hold this, come to court. You know? Just be mindful of the things you do. Same thing with y'all niggas in these pranks. Like I said, some people are not going to be on playtime if they not a part of the joke. So you can't just do random shit and think somebody's going to. I just watched a prank where a nigga damn near got shot. And I think he's still doing this shit, but you gonna fuck around and really get yourself shot, youngin. Not saying you can't be if you want to be a prank comedian and all that other shit, all right, that's all bread and gravy. But make sure the people that surround you are in on the joke. Don't just randomly do that shit to people. You know, some of y'all be presenting clear and present danger when you just do shit and people are not a part of the damn joke or the vibe. Can't do that. Some people actually be on go. Some people will be ready to fuck. Oh, what? This is what we doing? And won't give a fuck. And if a person look like they ain't on that type of time, you shouldn't just be playing around like that. I don't care where you at. And then some of y'all getting too ridiculous, even in these stores and in these areas. Like at the end of the day, you messing up inventory, doing certain things, and these people gotta restock and do whatever at the end of the day. You know, I don't know. Like everybody is just doing way too much just for a little 15 minutes of fame. Or just to make it, yeah, this is gonna be the best viral video ever. A lot of them viral videos gonna get y'all hurt and killed. Because again, some people are not playing. You just randomly running down on people, or you're doing certain things that you know for a fact you shouldn't be doing. Not everybody's on that type of time. Yeah, this world done fell and bumped his head a little bit, just a little bit. And this is where entitlement comes into play too, to a degree, only because that woman felt entitled to do that shit and felt that nothing was gonna happen. And something did happen. So stop thinking you're entitled to do certain things that you know for a fact you wouldn't normally do. Some of y'all be looking for that glory or that little moment. You're gonna get it, and it's not gonna be the best moment you think it is. That 15 minutes of fame could be your 15 minutes of shame. Don't forget about that. Oh man, funny day in the internet world for some reason. One thing I did want to bring up too, but I think I'm gonna do that on another day. Well, I really done seen two separate instances where they talking about that little. If you wanna, if you don't want to keep the baby, you can put that baby in the. That shit look like a mini mortuary ice freezer, in my opinion. I'm sorry, it do. It looked like you in the morgue and you putting somebody in that little. Come on, that's what y'all doing for kids now. That's not wanted. And I'm gonna just say this public service announcement for some of y'all. Again, if you are not ready and prepared, I'm gonna say that to the females because guess what? Y'all are the ones that are giving birth, right? Yeah, we helped in the creation, but you are the one that's actually giving birth. If you ain't prepared in no way, shape, or form to deal with any child, you should never think about having children again. If you're gonna go that route as far as leaving your kid there or doing no, you brought this kid in the world, regardless to what's going on, you have to stand up. I just find that real funny that now if you don't want to get, they just giving you options to get rid of your baby if you feel you can't handle your baby. That's almost like giving your kid to the government. I can't do nothing with this kid here. Take him. Why would you do that? If that was the case, you shouldn't have thought about having them in the first place. You shouldn't have put yourself in that position in the first place. And I find that very gut wrenching, really, because when I looked and seen what I said, this is what they was talking about as far as if you don't want the kids, you put the babies in these containers. And come on, you don't do no shit like that. So how long are those babies going to supposed to be in those containers? Like I'll wait on that one. Well, I'm saying like the things that are being pushed and being brought upon everybody, and nobody's really standing up and saying shit about it. Fucking sad. I think that needs to be addressed. That needs to be eliminated because honestly, I feel like this. If you don't want to be bothered with no kids, you shouldn't be putting yourself in a position to where you're about to have a kid. Period. It's a sad world that's really being looked at right now. I couldn't imagine anybody wanting to really give their kid up unless it was for good reason. Like I really can't support and do nothing for this kid right now the way I want to. That's the only way I can see you giving that kid up. But if you just giving them up because you still want to live a life, you want to just move. That's not good looks. It's not. Because if you're giving up your child and you ain't even looking back, guess what? At some point in time, you will run into your child. Or at some point, your child might find you. You didn't think about that when you just said, I'm going to just leave him. And then you should never want to just give up your child because guess what? Now, if somebody gets your kid, you can't get that kid back. Even if you feel you good enough to, nope. That person that got your kid might have more of a love and might not want to give that kid up. Just find that real interesting. That this is one of the main things still going on. Unwanted children being born into the world and then having to fight for a chance in life. That is really like sickening for real. And the fact that y'all would even construct a little a little thing like that anyway to harness them in is gut wrenching. Craig, guess what? Some of these people are going through that as we speak now. And you know what it is? Sometimes it's good, like I said, if you know you really can't get right. All right, I gotta give my kid up as much as I don't want to. That I can see you doing that if you on the drugs heavy and you really trying to get yourself clean. Because I've seen some people give their kids up to either family or whoever, at least till they got themselves right. And once they got themselves right and they was back on track, they was right back a part of their kid's life, regardless. And then you got some that's just not too lucky. That's why I said it should never be a situation where a kid is being brought in this world and gotta fight for a chance to even live free. It messes up everything. Yeah, it's good. It is good and bad though, Cherokee. The only reason why I say it's bad because guess what? Some of these kids that are supposed to be getting adopted into good families might be getting adopted into some real horrible background. That's the only fucking bad part about it is that you don't know where your kid can end up. And if it's not with family or somebody that's trusted, that kid is basically good as lost. But then again, sometimes it's a good thing because you might get put into a good situation, an even better situation. Now that kid done succeeded, done grown, you know. But again, you should never want to give away your kid. That is a part of your bloodline. That is your replica, if you want to be technical. Should never want to give up your kid. Again, unless you really having bad drug problems and you're fighting it and you're trying to stop it, or if you really just can't take care of no child right now on any type of level. It's the only way I see you giving that kid up. Other than that, if you know you can physically take care of your kid, if you can physically get up and jump on somebody's cock meat and get pregnant, you should be able to take care of your kid. I'm sorry. Yeah, because you got some people who can't get comfortable in these foster homes. And then guess what? Some of these kids have an issue where even if they do get adopted, they might get sent back to the home because they're not the right fit for that family. That's the only bad part about it too. But a lot of times, some of y'all quote unquote adopted people that want to adopt kids, you got to understand, depending on what's what. Some of these kids are coming from different backgrounds. So again, you gotta be able to open up with them, and they gotta be able to feel comfortable enough with you. But you know, again, this is where communication needs to be broken down. I knew one kid I went to school with who was in at least 8 different foster homes before he finally got comfortable in one home. And at first it was rough for him, you know, because he's getting acquainted with the situation. They barely like having conversations. It just seemed like it was awkward conversations at first because we don't know each other from a hole in the wall. I just know you taking me in as my parent, and that's it, you know. But once they really sat down and just all it takes sometimes is a common thing for y'all to have a whole conversation and break down, and that's really what it was. After that, shoot, he was good. Shit, when he found out his real parents gave him up, well, no, his moms gave him up. His pops was his pops still in jail to this day. I don't know what the fuck his pops did, but that nigga under the jail right now. So again, it's nothing he can do, but it was something the mother could do, and she just chose to give up the child, which was sad, you know, because it's not so much as the father didn't want him. The father was just in a situation where nigga, I can't do nothing for you. You know, and it's sad. Again, you got to think about the things you do before you just do them. Yo, Alan, what's going on, my guy? You gotta think about your actions before you just move forward with anything. And again, if you are not prepared to take care of any kids, you shouldn't be thinking about having any type of unprotected sex, period. I don't care. You shouldn't have to worry about that. If that's not in your future plans anytime soon, you're supposed to stay safe regardless. But if you building and moving with somebody, then by all means, you do what you do. But make sure you got somebody that's stern and also make sure they are down for the long haul. Period. Because it takes two to raise children as far as just a single family. But it takes a community as a whole to raise a whole bunch of kids because some kids are coming from different backgrounds. And as long as there's a breach in communication, some things are not going to change the way we think it's going to change. You know, I feel like this in society, there's too many different things that are being thrown out there, and some people are just grasping on to it like that's really the law of the land, and it's not. Again, I don't feel any kid should be born in this world unless unless you're really planning on taking care of them and raising them to be the best they can be. Because again, they coming from you. They supposed to be the embodiment of you. So when you go, you done passed on the knowledge the way you supposed to, so things can still continue going. The family can still continue going. That lifeline, that bloodline can continue going strong. And this is the thing. Again, we supposed to teach each other. The elders are supposed to be teaching the youth. The youth are supposed to be teaching the children under them. And then vice versa. It's supposed to go all the way around. It's a 360. It's a 360 cycle that's what's supposed to be going on. And if everybody would just breach the communication gaps and just actually pay attention to what's really being put in front of them, guess what? Some of these things can change. Now we know how to attack it. Now we know how to at least maneuver around it, and then now we good. You know, we are a valuable part to each other because again, we are all coming together as a collective. And the main thing is supposed to be the protection of the babies that are coming into the world. So again, all three generations gotta get the communication levels together. You gotta be on the same accord regardless. Because in the long run, we are gonna end up having to stand up on that same battlefield. Especially when they're trying to bring things that we know for a fact is definitely wrong. And it could definitely have some dire consequences. So again, take that into consideration. Some of you people out there have to stop being irresponsible. If you ain't prepared to really take care of another life, you shouldn't be worried about trying to bring life into the world. DD, what's going on, DD? I don't know. It's just things have changed from back in the day to now. Like even when it comes to that aspect of it, because don't get it twisted. It's not a bad thing. That's how we keep the life cycle going. That is needed. But then there's just certain situations that don't need to be presented, like I said. And if you ain't ready for that real big commitment, that step, then you shouldn't be putting yourself in that position. Again, This is what condoms and birth control pills are for, and everything else is for. If you ain't ready for that type of, then do what you got to do to keep yourself safe. But you know, it's a responsibility as well too. You can't just be out here irresponsibly doing everything and not being protected. And you shouldn't be so irresponsible anyway, because some things might not work and you still might have that one slip up. It only take that one slip up sometimes. That's it. I just really found it amazing that the world that we live in changed so much. And some of it changed because of the lack of communication, just the lack of standing up on what's really right. I feel it could go back at least halfway back the other direction. They could at least try to take a 180, because we know half of this shit was already set in stone to happen. But some of this stuff wasn't set in stone to happen, and we could change that. Just got to be awoke to it. That's it. Just find that real ironic, though. Wait a minute, he live too? Oh, shoot, no doubt. Well, I'll be over there in a minute because I got to clock out from work soon anyway. So I just wanted to chime in with y'all on a few things. Shit, tomorrow I might be doing an open panel on something. So we're just gonna be open discussions on anything. So anybody feel free to pop up tomorrow, definitely. Yeah, I definitely gonna get y'all morning session. So I just all in all find it weird, you know. And there's so many different things that could be changed and at least brought back to where it was at as far as normalcy. But the people just gotta wake up and stop accepting everything, you know. It's really about it. And once we get past that, we should be good all in all. You know, we still always gonna have battles in the world, but some things we know for a fact can change. Just gotta have greater minds come together and make that change. And it doesn't happen overnight, but it does happen at some point. And the things that we can't control that was already set in stone to happen, hey, the only thing we can do is brace ourselves and try to make sure that that impact don't mess us up as a whole. Nothing more, nothing less. But I think I'm definitely going to do this open panel tomorrow. Probably go a little earlier than tonight. So I'll definitely set a time reminder for that. And I do appreciate y'all for tuning in. I didn't have to be here, but you did. And I think it was some good combos thrown in here. Definitely some topics that could still be touched up on different days too. Because again, we got to get to the root of why some of these things are happening. And we definitely need to. Because again, there are some things that us as men are not going to be able to do to a woman. But don't think that you women can do it to us neither and nothing happens. Something will happen. And we have seen this in different occasions too. Some people are doing certain things and then you asking for the wrong attention. Some people really just don't like being touched or you invading their personal space. So think about that the next time you try to randomly run down on somebody, or even if you at their show, you randomly trying to touch and grab us. No, some people are not playing that. You know, just think about that the next time you run down on people. You might not
You might not think you're gonna get something, but you're gonna get something. And hopefully it ain't something bad.
But I do appreciate y'all for tuning in. You know, shout outs to the replay gang. Shout outs to the Shadow Watchers that's rocking with your boy. Y'all already know. For the people that was in here tuned in, y'all already know love is love all the time. And it will be reciprocated as such. Hopefully all y'all enjoy the rest of your evening. Y'all stay safe. Y'all see me running around the streets at some point. And this is definitely good combos that will continue to happen here. And there will be continuous building, and at some point there will be change. So definitely appreciate y'all for tuning in. And again, if you was new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Definitely love the great combos that we do have, you know. And hopefully everybody enjoyed their day and still enjoying it, you know. We'll definitely be back in here tomorrow. And until the next live, we out of here. Peace and blessings.